Hi, here is the overview of the May Olmsted County Extension Master Gardener meeting that took place on May 14th from 6:30 to 8:30. With us we had Diane Greavy, the University of Minnesota Extension Master Gardener Volunteer Manager. Diane began working at the Arboretum in April of 2014. She serves as the primary contact for Master Gardener unit leaders responsible for volunteer systems, processes, and communications. Before joining the Master Gardener program, Diane worked at Binghamton University, SUNY, in communications and marketing. She served as advocacy communications specialist, helping to build an advocacy network of more than 10,000 volunteer advocates. Preceding her stint in higher education, she had a 15-year career in advertising, rising through the ranks to the associate media director level. She worked on national consumer accounts such as Frito-Lay, General Mills, and Hormel. Diane shared with us information about toolkits that have been provided to us in training sessions and some that have been provided to us as just resources. All the toolkits featured at least one area of our priorities of the Master Gardener program: horticulture skills, local food, climate change, nearby nature, clean water, pollinators, and biodiversity are the areas of focus of these toolkits. Here's an example of one of the tools in the local food training. This is a Walk by Learning sign that would be available to be ordered from this kit. Here's another Walk by Learning sign on pollinators available in the pollinator kit. These two signs are not ones that need to be are connected to online or live class that you have to attend. These are available to any Master Gardener who would like to put them in their yard or neighbor's yard to help promote the understanding of pollinators. Handouts and brochures also come in the toolkit, and some are available again without taking the online class or the class where you attend within a group. These are more general. The brochures are more general and have basic information and don't go into a lot of depth. The next level of more in-depth educational information comes in these handouts that are labeled and designed a little differently. There's a Water Wisely handout that gives you more in-depth information. Maintaining vegetables and harvest and storing produce in your vegetable garden. Of course, one of the most helpful things of the toolkit includes an editable pre-made presentation with speaker's notes. These are ready to use or, as suggested, something you can add to personalize it to your experience. I am personally interested in attending some of these trainings. Here are the ones that can be scheduled in our area if there's enough interest. Water Wisely, flowers for pollinators, vegetables for everyone. If you're interested in attending a session here in Rochester, let Kathy Hoyer, the education lead, know, and we'll see if there's enough interest to have one or more of these set up. There are plans to make many more of these toolkits. Here's a sneak peek of what's coming next year. All of these look fabulous, and I'm so excited to see what the university staff puts together for us. Diane also shared with us what ideas they're working on for down the road. Here are some of those. Thanks, Extension staff, for all you're doing. After a few questions and a resounding appreciation for Diane's trip down to Rochester and our meeting, we transitioned into Angie Dellenberg's yearly report, and she shared with us the essentials we need for the yearly report. Diane was a great resource to have there to verify some of the things we were doing and see how great Angie and Tom did in putting together some great tools for us as we prepare and better provide information to Angie as she takes care of that this fall. Before we jumped into that, Angie did share information about the plant sale that's just days away. Last year, as you see, we brought in over $600, and that was fabulous, and we want to see if we can do that or even exceed that. Plant donation form you will have seen on the initial email for this video. It's linked here to demonstrate that. I'm pretty sure you won't be able to click on this link, but check your email for the exact same worded verbiage in order to find the form. Do your best to fill in the information, and you can contact Amy or Angie regarding additional information or with questions. And by filling in the form, this is our way of telling volunteers who are at the plant sale at the garden fair what the plants are about, where to plant them, and more. Angie then went ahead and shared with us the project forms that will be very, very helpful to her as she takes care of the yearly report in the fall. We did a walkthrough on that, and I don't have a video for that, but do know that the project update form gives information to Angie as she works with the report, gives information about attendance, about how the project proceeded, and more. I'll take some snapshots and try to do a little video for that. Christine will be a great resource. Of course, you can ask me or Tom or another Master Gardener who's gone through the process. Interns, feel free to sit down with your mentor and have them walk through that with you. But Christine will be fully trained on the form, and she is available in the office from 10 to 5 and can sit with you and help you fill that information in for our yearly report. Here's a link, and again, look for the same verbiage on the email for both of the forms. One is for requesting a project, and this will get the process going to get a project into the queue and to get that project promoted to all Master Gardeners. It goes through a review process by the leadership team, and we can verify that it does meet the educational requirements that all of our projects need to have, and make sure that we have all the contact information, so as projects progress and new people come in to work on them, we have all the contact information we need, and then that project is in line then to be reported on in the fall through project updates. Who fills out these forms? Well, it doesn't have to be everyone, and it shouldn't be. It's one person per educational event or project. So if you have, let's say, Boys and Girls Club, it wouldn't be each time you go, but it would be a summary of how the classes proceeded, how the how many students were there throughout the season, and pictures, that type of thing. Of course, this has nothing to do with the hours. Everybody enters their hours accordingly, but the form again gives us information for the yearly report that goes to the university that validates the work we do and the education we provide to our community. I was remiss in not thanking Nancy Hoot Cooper for providing fabulous treats for the evening. We had our break and we talked about what we're digging up for the plant sale. At least that was the suggested topic. What are you digging up for the plant sale, by the way? I got an email from the Hospice Society that I'm a member of, and they suggested that everyone dig 5 different plants for the plant sale. Again, remember, we're not looking for 20 Stella d'Oro or common plants or a bunch of just green hostas. We're looking for a little bit of variety. So if you can provide that, maybe a couple special plants. I'm a hosta collector, so I'll provide a unique cultivar. See what you can do to provide some natives that are good pollinators, maybe some endangered. I've got some rattlesnake master I'll be providing. Think about what you can provide, and think about providing maybe 5 different pots. I have soil at my house, 1427 15th Avenue Northwest is listed, and I have pots. So and tags. Remember, we want those as shown earlier and as on the main email. We have the link to provide details about the plant, so it's easier for our volunteers that are going to be at the plant sale at the garden fair to share with visitors the planting conditions, growing conditions for that plant. Thank you in advance for considering potting up 5 different plants. Our project preview for the night was Tour with the Masters by Jan Gerke. She shared with us the needs and the education that will be provided at this year's tour. Take a look at our fabulous team of chairs. We're super excited for those who are returning and do such a great job, and those who are new to the leadership of the Tour with the Masters. Thank you all for all you do. A very important detail of our tour for this year, 2019 tour, is we do not and will not start at the RCTC Smart Gardens. Please take note of this. And if anyone asks if we're doing a tour again, of course we are. This is number 10. It starts at the History Center this year. We have great projects. We want to feature more and more projects every year. And because we are in this part of town, Southwest Rochester, it seemed like a no-brainer to start at the History Center. Again, as in the last couple of years, $8 in advance at both Sargents. The ticket sales, I believe, start June 1st. It's probably in the next page or two, but it's on the flyer. And $10 on the day of the tour. Remind people, too, that 18 and under visitors with an adult are free. So we want to get those young people involved and curious and passionate about what we do for our environment, pollinators, and for good, healthy activities and for the health of it. We have the History Center Project Gardens, plus 6 private gardens, and the Congregational Church. So we have some great locations and interesting education. We do have our trolley. They've already started advertising for us, so we are super excited that they're on board early as we prefer, and they're doing that for us last year. Since we had some snafus this year, they're doing the early start in getting that advertising out. We have a map. It's going to be a little bigger format, but it's going to include a lot of the great details Our event is on the Facebook page again, and thanks to Tom for keeping that going. Here's some details about the progress of our educational elements of the tour. Please note that Christine is doing the advertising for this, and any of our programs is charged and responsible then for the advertisement for any of our projects. So let her know. We will have a communications leader, communications lead being assigned as soon as someone steps forward, and then that person will get all the information to Christine. So we're looking for somebody. If you're interested in that easy position but vital position, please let me know so I can work with you on that. Super great education again. We promote our rain gardens every year in attempts to keep our stormwaters clean. We have a great deer fence at the Zimmerman Garden, and Ken, the owner, will be educating on that. Buckthorn eradication, nurturing an urban forest, garden design display, the environmental issues regarding climate change, the effects of chemicals on bees and insects, and garden produce recipes, as always, with our garden samples. We'll also, again, share growing tips for the vegetables featured in those recipes. All the education will be displayed at each garden, and each of the Master Gardeners creating the education will give us little tidbits of information that we can put on the web page. Again, we're going to try to eliminate using a lot of handouts so that we can encourage people to just use the QR code or the URL that will be posted and given out in just little business cards that promote Master Garden and promote Master Gardening, and people signing up to be a Master Gardener, and also get them to our webpage. Take a quick look at some of the pictures of our gardens. Our food sample garden, Ken Zimmerman. Our Thursday, July 25th appreciation event is at Gary and Ken McIver's garden. There's a sneak peek picture of that. We have over half of our volunteer base involved with a tour at this time, and we could use more. A little carrot for some of you is everyone who brings a bottle of wine enters a drawing for the unopened bottles of wine. So a fun thing we've done for the last couple years. If you want to get involved, we still have some spots, and contact Jan Gerke. Her email address is listed on the email that this is attached to. The education at the History Center is what we are doing at these garden locations. Channel 1, Heritage Garden, Medicinal Garden, and we also will be showcasing the work the community is doing to encourage urban gardening using the lasagna garden method. We'll be demoing this at the gardens using the plot that had been the Dyer Garden area. This will be a great opportunity to see what it really is all about, and on the Thursday we hope to also have that information, so we'll have a little time for people to see what it's like to assemble a lasagna garden. Somebody asked at the meeting if that means we're growing pasta. No, not so much. And it's not about growing the tomatoes and the other things that we need in there. It's about layering to eliminate weeds and provide a great space, weed-free space in maybe a grassy area that you would otherwise have to work quite aggressively to prepare that space. So get people engaged in gardening the quick and easy way, using cardboard and compost and other things in order to prepare that growing area. Ken Zimmerman's garden is going to be a great place for all of us to enjoy on the 25th during our Thursday appreciation tour. Our visitors will be thrilled on Wednesday to see this and to learn about this great deer fence that he created that's got the height that's needed and some other elements that make it a really great fence and effective to keep those critters out. We are thrilled to highlight our rain gardens in a garden that was one of the first established in our community, and the coordinator's home, Monsi's, Sixta and Monsi's. Monsi was the person that headed this rain garden project up years ago, and this is a really effective and exciting location for us to share. They've got some great vegetable spaces, some interesting features in this garden, and we're super excited to have them on tour. Another fabulous garden, the Vig Garden, will highlight buckthorn eradication. This garden has a lot of interesting features, utilizes a lot of nature and natural elements to provide pathways and to encourage exploration. This will be a must-visit garden for all of us. We had a last-minute addition to the tour that we could not turn down. We had our flyers nearly ready for print, and this came to our attention, and we are really excited about this. The Congregational Church Gardens will, the parishioners will do the education in this garden themselves with the help of one of our master gardeners who attends there, as I understand. And it will be all about nurturing an urban forest within the community. It's an area that you may have read at some point utilized goats, and I believe there's going to be the goat person there as well to promote that way of that process of eliminating some of the buckthorn and undesirables. The topic at Carrie and Ken's is so important, and we are so glad that this topic has been selected to talk about the effects of chemicals on bees and insects. This is another gorgeous garden, and we're really pleased that they have joined the tour. When Jan and I visited with Jeff Thompson, environmental concerns and climate change was a topic he's really passionate about. So it's a perfect choice for this topic at this particular garden. Jane Yeniger's garden is on tour again, and we are so thrilled to have her sharing her space again with us. It's been a number of years. We'll be featuring the educational feature will be garden design, and Jane knows what she's doing in regards to that, as well as so many other areas we could have selected for topics. So we're super excited that Jane is on tour with us again this year. If you've not seen her yard, again, as in previous gardens, you're going to want to make sure to check this out. The best way to do that, of course, is to volunteer and get your name on the volunteer list so you can go on the Thursday, or if you're not available Thursday night, make sure to bring a friend, maybe somebody who's interested in being a master gardener, to the tour by purchasing tickets at Sargent's for $8 early for pre-sales, or the day of the tour, $10 each. Bring some grandkids along too. I do. Jan wants to be sure to thank everyone for volunteering for this project, and be sure to mark your calendar if you're not able to volunteer but can pass the information on to friends to attend this fabulous event. The gardens are gorgeous. The education is more than excellent. We have that great appreciation party that all our fantastic volunteers will hopefully be able to attend on the Thursday right after. And it's an enjoyable event. So if you haven't yet volunteered or made plans to attend or encourage others to attend, please see the attached flyer that is attached to the email that includes this video to pass on to your friends via email or through Facebook, or to post at your places that you frequent. Thank you, Jan, for the presentation you shared with our group about the tour for this year, and thank you for all the hard work you've done as you've coordinated this huge project at its 10th year alone this year. We really appreciate all the work you've done and all the volunteers who have accomplished their roles in preparing for this fabulous event, fundraiser for our group, and really our major educational offering to the community. Again, if you still want to get involved, there are spots for you. Be part of this great event. It's really fun to be part of. July 24th is the date, Wednesday, July 24th. We jumped into the upcoming project that we've touched on briefly. Remember, the potting soil is at my house. Here's the address. Renee is in charge of the rest of the event. Remember, if you have garden type rummage sale items, to contact Renee or the Bows, Denny and Sherry Bow, and they can pick up that from your home, or if you can drop it off at Renee's porch, that's great as well. Here's the flyer for the garden fair. You'll notice that it is attached to my email to all of you. So if you have not had a chance to upload this JPEG to your Facebook page, or to post it at your place of work or places you frequent, please consider doing that. That would be fabulous. There's also a great Facebook page for the garden fair. Just Google Garden Fair Olmsted County and it should pop up, and you can share that link and get more people to join that group. That will not only help the garden fair, but all the activities, since we are connecting the Facebook page for the garden fair to the Olmsted County Master Gardener Facebook page, and we'll get more members for that. So it all snowballs into great connections for our community. We had to zip right through this slide of the presentation, so I want to take a little bit more time for those that were at the meeting Tuesday night, and those of you who couldn't make it. This is just to show you a little bit about what is taking place, mostly in the leadership team, in the absence of a coordinator. I do want to remind you, it's been mentioned before, that we never did have a paid coordinator. We had a very passionate administrative assistant in Kay. Christine Schwartz is not permitted to take on that, and really at this point she's just learning the ropes and doing a fabulous job. But her responsibility, she's been told she isn't going to our meetings, isn't taking on the role that Kay did, and Kay did that for 30 years and knew the ins and outs of everything we did, and we so appreciated that. Diane Greavy is the U of M Extension Volunteer Manager, as was mentioned in the earlier part of this presentation. Diane is our direct connect. Christine Abbott is the 4-H coordinator, and that is part of Extension 2, along with the SNAP program and a couple other elements as well. But in our offices, it's 4-H with Christine Abbott, and then the SNAP, which is similar to food stamps, but is really more about education and nutrition anymore. Christine is our administrative assistant, and we can utilize her, as was mentioned or will be mentioned shortly in this presentation. The leadership team and the leads, as we've renamed them instead of managers, just to go with our name a little bit better, leadership team and the leads, cover a number of different areas. And some of those areas Kay was not able to really take charge of or have time to do. So we do have a few openings. Communication lead, Kate did a lot of that communication, but we're looking for somebody. There is a job description on that, and again, it's pretty simple. We're also looking for a recruitment lead, maybe somebody who could do some public speaking at some of the garden clubs, somebody who can make sure that Ask a Master Gardener brochures are at every event, along with make sure buttons are available to all Master Gardeners when they go to events, so we can recruit in simple ways, and then even possibly recruit by doing presentations. You'll see that the leadership team works directly, and that's mostly me as the leadership chair with the strategic planning team. That team is specifically working to talk to the Olmsted County Board with me. I am part of that committee, part of the Olmsted County Commissioner Subcommittee for Extension. So they will work with me to promote the information they need in order to get us a paid coordinator that has not at this point been funded. If you have any questions on any of the hierarchy of this, of the way we're organizing and managing this year without a coordinator, please feel free to contact me. Thank you. We have information about some of the new projects that are available to Master Gardeners. We do have a lot going on. If you find that you are not utilized as well as you would like on some of your projects, remember that we have some projects that do need immediate attention, and the physical part of the initiating of these projects will lessen, and the educational elements will be in the forefront. We want to remember the mentor match is Friday. If you are helping out with a mentee, or if you're a new intern, please try to attend that. If you can't, do get in touch with each other. Let Susan Bjornson know if you have any questions regarding that. The information, the orientation information, and Beth Fletzer will be making sure that our mentors and mentees stay connected through the year, along with Paula Zolman, who is working her way out of that position. We appreciate her work in getting that established. Our education lead, Kathy Hoyer, is looking for someone to work with her. If you have ideas about educational speakers that would be of interest to our group, please let Kathy know. And if you're interested in helping her with that responsibility, that would be fabulous if you would contact her. As you see, we also need a communication lead. If you're interested in what that's about, I can send you an email with the job description draft. Thanks. Here's some more details about the OCPH, OCHRA Community Food Garden / Lasagna Garden that's headed up by previous Master Gardener and Master Gardener soon to be again, Kelly Ray Kirkpatrick. These are some details that were sent out earlier. We do have some upcoming dates that they'll be needing some help, and of course we'll be highlighting at the tour what it means to put together a lasagna garden. Attached to the email, again, along with a few other links, will be the link to what OCHRA Community Food Garden is all about. Check that information out so you know what projects going on in our community. Very exciting way to help feed people that don't otherwise have access to fresh food. We had a number of reports from leads and coordinators, Tom being the coordinator of the public Facebook page, shared information about the first 60 days of the use of it. Please take a look at some of the details regarding this and encourage your friends to access this, to ask questions, and help us promote this great resource. We had a few other project coordinators comment on upcoming projects. Sue Butler will be leading the farmers market on the date mentioned. They are going to be making fairy gardens. This is always a very popular event, generally in the morning hours of the farmers market. About 100 children get in line to do that, so they need more volunteers. Interns, this is a great opportunity for you to help out. You'll get to visit with community members, work with some fabulous master gardeners. Do want to mention the Diana Olenberg Sanctuary Garlic Mustard Pull coming up this Saturday, the 18th. The address is listed. Please call Jane Mininger if you want more information on the time and what you need to bring, and she will make sure that you have that figured out. Kathy Hoyer mentioned that the Boys and Girls Club definitely needs more help. They are not able to serve as many children. Please contact her regarding how to get connected with the Boys and Girls Club. We really need to support this program. It's a fabulous program and meets many, many key areas of our mission.
If you missed the March 12th Olmsted County Master Gardener meeting and then previewed the PowerPoint that was provided, you'll see that there maybe was a little information lack. To supplement that, here is a little video that you can preview that'll give you a little bit more information on what took place and what you might have missed. Enjoy!
Jane Barton and Beth Pletzer took on the training for the Children's Garden in Residency program. And here's a summary of what's been going on with that and what their needs are. The site that they're working at for this year is Sunset Terrace. They have second grade students, about 20 to 25. This is something that the kids decide to be part of. The other kids might be playing and doing other things at the summer SNAP program, program, and they need more help with this as well. It's 8 a.m. till noon, again on Tuesdays. And if this is something that you would like to participate in, or at least help out with and see how it works, please contact Jane. Her email is listed here, but I also will have it again listed on the main page. So you can click there to do that on the main email page. Thank you in advance. Here is a quick reminder of what Christine Schwartz, our administrative assistant, can help you with. If there are people inquiring to become a master gardener, please give her email or phone number so that she can send them information. She'll be processing those applications as well. She can help with sending out communications to the entire group, or you can send those to me as well. She can help you create new presentations, assemble a newsletter eventually, we're hoping, and she'll be helping with some of these other areas. Website interface will also be part of her responsibility, and some other topics as well. She also will have the Ask Me About Becoming a Master Gardener buttons. We would like to see everyone wear those in our attempts to recruit others in our community to check out the program. Thank you, Christine, for all you are doing.
If If you missed the March 12th Olmsted County Master Gardener meeting and then previewed the PowerPoint that was provided, you'll see that there maybe was a little information lack. To supplement that, here is a little video that you can preview that'll give you a little bit more information on what took place and what you might have missed. Enjoy!
We are sad to see some of our Master Gardeners move on to other areas in the state. Karen Merrick has moved already to Ramsey County and is working there as a Master Gardener and doing some work in a landscape business there. Russia McCoy has moved her membership to Dodge County and also moved to other areas. It's Carol Nance and Karen McCoy. Please contact Beth Pletzer if you would like to add a little note to a thank you we're sending to each of these individuals for the work they have done. I'm sure Beth would appreciate some personal information to add to that thank you note. Again, thank you to these who have worked in our county and to everyone for all their efforts. As we close out this video, just want to remind you that we have links if you would like this page sent directly to you, so you can click on some of these links to get some assistance. I'd be glad to send those links your way.
After each meeting, there's some time for groups to meet. This is just a reminder that if your group can attend the monthly meeting, you do have time to get together afterwards up until 9:30 when the doors need to be closed and locked for security reasons.
Thank you again for taking the time to listen to this video. Again, I apologize for the quality of the voiceover, but to make this a quick, easier project for me to add some voiceover for you to give you more information. This is the easiest way for me to do it instead of using my nicer software. So if it becomes an issue, let me know and I will do my best to use my more my software that can remove some of the back noise. Thanks. Have a great day. Again, check out the links on my email to help out with some of the projects in need. Thanks for all you're doing. Have a great weekend. Later, Susie.